Hello once again, you Valheim Vikings. Hey, I'm going to show you something today. I just turned on my 1000th day, first time playing Valheim, and I just turned over the 1000th day. And I didn't get done. I really was thinking I would. I don't know, about day 950 or something. I kind of set a goal to get into the end and go defeat the Queen, because I was close. I was through in Mistlands. I was doing pretty well. You can see some other videos I've got on that. But anyway, I wanted to show you how far I've gotten, and this is going to be a little quickie tour of some of the houses that I built as I went through. Some of these are interesting probably for you if you like houses, and if you like building and stuff like that. So I got these done, the bone mass, and I got the motor done, and I hadn't just gotten the Queen done. So I'm not completely done, but getting there. Anyway, this was one of the first houses I built. You might have seen over there. There's another one that's really a ramshackle, throw it together. This is the one I've kind of used for being real close to those center stones. It's a pretty simple building. It's got some storage in it. It was built on one of these little towers that was already out here, and I just used that and started building around it, and there I made a house. So I've got a lot of space that I don't really use, but it was kind of interesting. For a while, it worked very well. You can see I was headed towards the Queen, and I just didn't make it. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I did get done. Let's go to the pigs. Some people have done this, and not the first. I've watched some other YouTube videos to see it, but you can see kind of how I've done it. In every one of my houses, I'm actually closer to the wolves right here. That'll take me back over to the pigs. So we'll do that first. This is the wolves area. This used to be pigs and wolves, and they just, I don't know, for some reason I wound up doing separately. So I've got wolves up here in this little house, and as long as you feed them, then they make more babies and they make more wolves. And then I had pigs over here, but I think what happened was the bats got to them at one point or something. And I had a real nice farm here. This was one of my favorite farmhouses. And of course it's right on the water, so that was nice. But yeah, I had trouble getting them to stay. Get pigs to, catch them down here, and then I'd have to put the fence up and move them. And I like wolves much better. You pet them, and then they'll follow you up into the thing. But anyway, these you build them up on tall poles and put them side by side, and they'll make babies. So you feed them. I come around and feed them once in a while. Let's go over here, and now I've got wolves, as you can see, kind of protecting the area. That's worked out pretty well. So I'm going to just go ahead and go over to the pigs real quick. And this is where I've had pigs going for a long time, and they make a lot of babies here. What I wound up getting, you see, as they're eating now, is I wound up getting 3 pigs because one of the babies was born here, and then I got 2 of them side by side, and I also got them closed in here. So it's real tight quarters. You got to be careful. What I saw was if you make just a line across here like most people do in the back, then I was tending to get too many babies staying up here, and they wouldn't make any more. So now I've got 3, and they make a lot of babies this way. So this has been a real good pig place for me, or boars. And then I've just come down here. You can see I've got a whole bunch of them, and we just had one little baby make a piggy there, and I don't know how many we've got, but quite a few. Anytime I need any boar meat, I haven't needed any in a while because I'm now in the Mistlands and all that, but I've got the boar meat and I know how to do it. Now, one of the big secrets, or probably the biggest secret that I have of all my places, is I build the fence and I put my workbenches kind of in the center of where I want to go, and then I usually put 5 workbenches out. So there's one in the center, then there's one in that corner, one in this corner. As I get there, I've taken them out over time. One in that corner, in all 4 corners. And then I dig a trench around everything. And nobody bothers you. I mean, you'll find guys down in here once in a while, but generally all of the bad guys will get up this close and just go, oh, can't do anything. Even trolls don't get in, and the pigs stay pretty happy. They do once in a while. There's a gremlin of some kind get in there, and I'll have to come in and kill them. But with the water in here, for some reason, that seems to be pretty stable. All right, so whoops, I need to get back here and jump again, or it'll take too long to run back over there to the other place. But that I find that this having this trench around, or the moat, whatever you want to call it, is absolutely my best defense of everything. And I use it on all my places that I really want to keep. Now I'm going to go here to the next place. We've been to wolves. We'll come back to Verger Castle. Let's go to this elder. This is one of the elder places. I found 2 of them. And so I turned one of them into like a kitchen. And because the fire's there constantly. Well, that was before I learned that you build a hearth and fill it full of firewood and it stays going for a long time. So I just built this, and so this is one idea, is as you get into elder, you can easily make cooking in here. And I used to have all kinds of pots and pans and or upgrades. This was my primary kitchen there for a long time, and I'd just jump in here, cook my food. I had storage units and different things. And it just got to being too much work to jump back and forth into here. And I had my upgraded workbench, and in fact, I can do that right now. And I've still got a lot of metal here, silver and all this stuff. And as you notice, I put the chest this way. I thought they looked nice up on the top. And then I needed more storage, and all of a sudden I had to go back to this way. And it just kind of got busy and ugly, and I finally decided I need a full storage unit. And there's a video on that you can see a much better look of it. But I'm going to go to the storeroom from here. And this is built underneath the elder platform. This was the first elder platform I had found. And I dug out everything underneath it. And again, you can see this much more in the video by itself. And if you've seen the other video, you'll notice that this is a lot more filled in now, because I got a lot more new things, like the what have I got that I know for sure is new? Oh, well, there's the trophies for the Midlands there, because I did that. And I've got different trophies for different things. And then I've also upgraded this enough that I'm in comfort level 11 here. And that's kind of nice. I really like my little signs that kind of tell you what they are. That's probably one of my favorite things. But just to show you that this is underneath the elder platform, and I've built quite a bit of a building here. And of course, as I said, the trench is all around everything. Usually I build the trench outside of the fence. This time I wound up actually building it inside. I think it was because trolls were bothering me at the time. And so I just I built it there, but I also had put more workbenches further out, so it was easier to push the fence and be able to get quite a garden. I've got a pretty large garden area all over here that I grow all kinds of stuff. So right now I don't have anything because, again, I'm in mistlands and you don't really need carrots and onions so much. All right, and I did get the jack-o'-lanterns that were popular around. And you can see I've got the storage. This used to be my storage, and I finally moved everything below. So just slowly but surely trying to clean everything up. I really like this location. I like the other location a little bit better because it's on the mountains, and I could get wolves very easily, but oh well. So those are the two. I call this storeroom. So this is the two elder platforms that I've got, and then I've got the next one probably that's interesting. This one's over in Mistlands, and motors not so interesting. I think the Plains Castle is probably good, and then yeah, that'll probably be the last one we'll show, because this is now my favorite building, and it's got almost everything in it. Oh, I got the Verger Castle. I want to go back to that after this one, so you can see what I've done there. Now this was a little building that was one of these little castles that, you know, was ramshackle and needed a lot of work. There was an entry over, actually I think this step was from the original building, and it went up and then dropped into a small little building over here, like 4 or 5 blocks, about 4 or 5 blocks. And I thought, this is such a great location because it's there in the Black Forest. Just outside is plains, and just behind is mountains. So it makes it easy to go, or made it easy when I first got here, to go hunting for wolf and lox now. I do a lot of lox hunting from here. And then Black Forest has got a lot of trees, so that helps get the wood and everything I need. And I like this, the way I put the hearth in behind that wall. It just looks really nice. And then on this side, I've got the cooking, and I really like this too. It's been very convenient to do all my cooking. I've got the spice rack up here and the pots and pans and all the upgrades for my cauldron. And so then I've got in here just various meats and, stuff, spices, things that I have to add. Up here I've got cooked foods. I've got a few eggs stored. I got my bread up over here and got the things stored for that. So a nice little shelf to be able to store some of the most important things, and it fit right up over the butcher's table, which was nice. And then actually I've got, if you look way back in the corner, that's the one upgrade. I can't remember what it's called, but the pestle, and I put it back there. So it got out of the way because you don't really need to see it or anything. It just needs to work. Also, I used the reverse kind of a thing for the roof, and I put that there, and the smoke goes out. And then probably my most favorite feature of all of this is in that hole there's a workbench. You can barely see it, but it works so well, and that way I've got a workbench, always around. Got a couple of windmills out here, and this is all my plains stuff where I do all the barley and flax. Don't do a lot of flax anymore, but I did for a while. Got the little mist watcher thing, whatever they call it, mist wisp fountain. And of course, once you get one wisp, you don't need that anymore, at least I've found. Got my chickens back over in here, and they've been doing pretty well. Not as well as they did when they were in this pen. They did much, much better because there was a fire. The big fire was there. But what happened was the bad guys would come along, and they'd be up here on this ridge. So I moved the fence, and I've not moved the chickens back, but they kept being scared all the time here. So that wasn't really very good. But I wanted to show you a little bit more on this house. It's maybe because it's all black metal stuff. I've got a little archway that I'm working on that I'll probably extend this out. Thought about extending and putting the chickens out here too, just on a nice stone floor. Anyway, I really like this, the doors here. I built an archway inside as well as the doors on the outside. So when you open them, you get the archway. I thought that was kind of nice. Of course, I've got my stuff out here. And then I built a little wood shed, starting to build a wood shed. I thought I'd try to store a lot of wood. And I found I don't really need to store that much, but it's a nice place to store coal and different kinds for the wood, you know, so I can make that happen. I've got another one over there that I use sometimes for coal and wood if I'm just standing there and when I was really first doing a lot of work. So, but this is really nice. I've got the Black Forest there, got plains out there, and like I said, we've got mountains right behind us. So that's nice. Now, one of the things I wanted to show here was that I'm planning to do, just haven't never quite gotten there yet because I keep working with food all the time, it seems. And I put this this block here behind the fire so you could feel the warmth, but you don't have to see the fire on this side. And that's where I thought I might put my chickens too, was out here. Also thought about putting a hot tub out here, just haven't made it yet. So I think it's one of my favorite little houses. It's not a grand castle, but it's nice. And so there's a couple more. Oh, I've got a bedroom up here, just what do they call it? The reindeer bed. Got that, and then I put a storage up here with black metal so I could keep my extra bows, and usually I keep a change of armor here, and then if I respawn, then I've got that, then I can grab it and go, and then grab some food over here, and then go out to wherever I want. So that's my favorite house right now. I want to show you the Verger castle, but also I've got one more. Oh, where is it that I like? I'll have to think about it again. Anyway, let's go over to Verger Castle. And this one I made out of the Verger Castle, and that I took over. I had not found any that were empty. Since then, I found them that they're empty. But this is the first one I found. I had to kill all the guys, and then I got that the thing so I could make the sap and all. And so still got a couple of lanterns that are laying around. Got that little mechanical spring I need to do something with, but I haven't been able to build everything yet. Then I built out here, I built my Black Forge and the Black Forge cooler, and then the machines, the refinery, and so on and so forth. So it's kind of tight in here. And this is the new one I just built, the Galder table. Haven't been able to use it yet. I just don't have all the stuff, unfortunately. I only had 8 of the 9 seal breakers. So I need one more, which means I got to go find the mines again. And I looked everywhere to get enough mines. Finally found one right behind the Queen. And I got my last bits of black, what do you call it? The black core stuff, is that what it's called? I always forget what this thing is called. Black core. To be able to build this table. And I just got it built, and it turned 1,000 days on me. So, oh well, I didn't quite get done, but it's okay. A nice thing that was about this one is there's a ancient root out here. It says the glow is fading, but it keeps tapping out 10 every once in a while. So I don't know. I guess eventually it will die, but it's been more than enough for me. I go ahead and fill this up, and once in a while, and then I go find some brains and stick in there, and off we go. So I can't remember the other. I've got one more castle that I really like, and there was some interesting things. I want to take one more quick look. Oh, yeah, that's what it's called. It's called Good Castle. That's the And it was my favorite for the longest time. And I wanted to show you it real quick. It's got a couple of nice features. It was a castle that, again, was one of these abandoned castles. I put a workbench inside and then went to the four corners of the workbench, or actually I think this one I didn't put in more workbenches. I just dug out where it was. I put the fence, and then I dug inside. Not too sure I like that idea, but there's a gray dwarf running around, and this seems to work well. I built onto this and added a nice extra room, and that's where I've got the fermenter. And then this is my storage, and I really like the way that this storage had turned out with this door right there, and I could go out to the garden, and I had a lot of gardening going on here. Had to put up these roofs so the gray dwarfs would stop throwing rocks at me. But I got a nice little garden around that. So I thought that was a nice feature. The upstairs isn't all that much, but I've got a little bed here, and I've got a fermenter. I used to have 3 of them, but I moved 2. So anyway, that's the tour of my 1,000 days in Valheim. It's just been really good. There's some favorite bits. Tell me what your favorite bits are in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe, please, and click that bell to remind you when new videos come out. I have new videos on Valheim and a lot on the Space Engineers. Those are the 2 games I really play. I don't really play any others. Don't plan to do any videos at the moment anyway for them. But let me know what you like about this. Let me know what you like about some of my builds. And if you didn't like, or you've got some better ideas, I'm always open to ideas. Looking forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again in the next video.